And so I think, I took on some of my mom's hurt as my own, because it hurt her kind of more than it hurt me as an adult. And so I owned a lot of her pain as mine. But now that my mom is like so in love with my stepdad, Dom, who I completely adore. And now that my dad, I see him finding happiness outside of that too. I can love them both as individuals instead of as a kind of, a parental pairing. I'm being an adult about it. At first it's hard because the little kid in you reacts before the adult in you can go, yes, that's your dad, but that's just another person that deserves to, be in his bliss and to be happy. So my adult self has caught up. My child self has caught up.
You've talked some about therapy, and it's just something I just wanted to ask you because you've discussed doing EMDR, and I did EMDR.
Love it. Saved my life.
And I'm just wondering about that, what it did for you, how it helped you, because it's a very specific type of therapy that really, is to do with trauma.
Yeah. You're going to get me. That's sweet. The tag on my tee said, take a moment just for you. So I got to answer this question, but it's for me. The first thing that happened was I was guided to seat myself on a train. Did you do it this way where you watch it pass you by? And it's so weird because it's like watching a movie in your mind, but it's different than dreaming. You're kind of more in yourself, but still in another place of consciousness that's really hard to describe unless you've been in that hypnotic state. And like I see myself sit down on the train and he says, just watch your movie, like watch your life like a movie and watch it pass you by through the windows. And I see all these times just like, just like frames of these moments, like a film. And he goes, what's the feeling of anxiety that comes up for you when you're performing? And I never even thought about it before, but in my hypnotic place said, I just want them to love me so bad. And he said, when was the first time you felt that way? And then suddenly the train stopped moving forward and it started going backwards. And I saw myself, it sounds so trippy, but this is medical. This is real.
It is real. I've done it.
It's real. I saw myself in